Y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Oh, it feels good to be back. I just have to say, it feels so good to be back. Like, I have not filmed in a couple weeks because I was on vacation in New Orleans, and I do have a vlog coming all about that, but I have to edit it, and in between that time I got a new computer. So it's just been crazy. So if you don't know me, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Stacy. I'm a makeup enthusiast and a beauty lover. I like to get on here and talk to y'all about makeup, what I'm buying, what I like, what I don't like, and yeah. So if you like that, stay tuned. So today we are going to be talking about empties. If you saw my last video before the Get Ready With Me, it was my last Ulta haul, and I have been trying to do a low buy for the year 2019. I did really good at the beginning of the year, and about halfway in, around the Memorial Day sales, I just went way off the rails and bought way more stuff than I intended to, but I still have a lot of empties to show you. And I was trying to do this quarterly, but like I said, I haven't filmed in a while, so this is about, I don't know, 5.5 months worth of empties. So just like the first time around, I have been filling this giant glittery bucket full of my empties, and it is a lot. Ooh, stuff's about ready to fall out. It is a lot more full, as you can see. So I'm just gonna start pulling stuff out and talking about it so that this video is not 100 million years long. Alright, so unlike the first time I did this, I actually have some makeup in here, and these are not empty, but if you are a makeup hoarder like me, you know that it is very difficult to get rid of anything. So I have finally made myself get rid of some old makeup that I really should not be using because it is most definitely expired. So the first thing out of the bucket is this Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter Powder, shade Radiant Lights. This is very messy because I've used it quite a bit. I don't know. This may have been the very first highlighter that I ever bought, like 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, it's just a really pretty, like, champagne sort of sparkle, great for pale skin. The baked highlighter, you know, definitely has a lot of glow to it, but it wasn't like too blingy. Yeah, and you can see that like I use it so much. This used to say, you probably can't tell, but there's a little bit of an R right there. So it used to say on the front, Revolution. So I've used it so much that I've rubbed all of that writing on the front off. And it's just old, and I think as pale as I am, and I don't wear highlight every day, it's probably impossible to ever use up a highlight, but this one is definitely old. This is probably, if not my very first highlighter that I ever bought, definitely one of the first, so it needs to go. I'm actually going to throw it because that would make a mess. So the next makeup item I'm getting rid of, I'm really sad about. It is the Wet n Wild Mai Tai Buy You a Drink Ombre Blush. And you can see it was on clearance at Target from $4.99 to $3.48, which is not like a big difference, but I mean, I guess it is percentage-wise when it's as affordable as Wet n Wild. And I may actually rebuy this. I like their ombre blush. I love the Purple Haze one. And this is like sort of a glittery, shimmery, light peach into an orange. And as you can see, I dropped this guy. I tried to repress it and I dropped it again. Yikes. So yeah, it's just like falling apart and it's really messy. So I'm going to get rid of that. So next up, I have the NYX Mineral Set It Don't Fret It Mattifying Powder. I don't know why I ever got a matte powder because I've always had more dry skin. But then again, this is something that I bought when I first started getting into makeup. Shade Light Medium. And I can feel, I don't want to, yeah, I just say I don't want to make a mess and I make a mess. I have probably used about half of it Okay, I have to put it back on it or it's just gonna be powder all over my room. I've probably had this for 3 or 4 years, so definitely needs to go. I have a lot of higher end powders now. So this guy, I'm probably actually gonna keep the packaging just because it is such a classic. This, if you recognize this, you are a 90s kid, okay? This is the Urban Decay Caramel Body Glitter that was, I'm sure it's not anymore, or is, it actually does stuff, it almost smells like brown sugar now. So it's a body glitter that smelled and tasted like caramel. I also had the purple one in, I think it was raspberry or blackberry, because I love purple and I love glitter, and I loved glitter even, you know, in the early 2000s. I want to say that this is from the 2000s. I'll have to look it up and see if I can find it. It did have like a little poof in there that I've since lost, and it's got this little tassel. And I've just held on to this for a bazillion years. Let's see what it says. I guarantee you that this is at least 15 years old, and eating it would probably kill you. I haven't worn body glitter other than like the Jeffree Liquid Frost in a while, so yeah, I may just clean it and keep the box and maybe dump the glitter out of it, but it is 100 million years old, so I knew that I had to get rid of this. So next up we have the Real Her Super Dirty. I don't know if how dirty this is going to show up on camera, but the Real Her #1 Be Your Own Kind of Beauty Shadow Palette. I got this in Boxy Charm, and you can see it's pretty well used. I'm going to go ahead and put it all the way back. So I've definitely used it a lot of times, but what I found with this, and I really like the Real Her brand in general, but I always found that I ended up with a darker look. Like a lot of these colors look a lot darker on me than they do in the pan, and so I would end up with a dark smoky look when that was not what I was going for. Yeah, I've had it for a couple years and I never reached for it, and this may have a tiny bit in it. Woo. But I don't know why I've kept it mostly empty. It's the Garnier BB Cream, light medium, broad spectrum SPF. The first one of these I got for free from Influencer or Buzz Agent, or, you know, one of those things that sends you free stuff for review purposes, and I liked it so much that I repurchased it after I used it up. But the problem is that the light medium is just too dark for me, really, even in the summertime, but definitely in the wintertime. So I like it because it dries down completely. You can just put it on with your hands real quick when you're in a hurry, you just want to run some errands, and it dries down, it stays put, it looks really great. But because they didn't have just a light, it did not work for me, but I still used up 2 of them. So I don't know what that says about me. Bad, not a good thing. Over the weekend, I used the Hydrogel Under Eye Recovery Patch from Earth Therapeutics. This was a package that came with like 4 or 5 in there. I really liked that they were very adhesive and didn't move around like the gel under eye patches. So I was able to wear this when I was doing some cleaning around the house. So that was really nice. So the Garnier Active Soothing 3-in-1 Moisturizer Day Night Mask, the Rose Water one. This came in one of my Target beauty boxes. I liked this. I found it very hydrating. I did use it as an overnight mask because that's what I like. It didn't feel as hydrating. Okay, I'm trying to say hydrating and hyaluronic acid at the same time, and hyaluronic acid is hard enough to say by itself. So I didn't find it as hydrating as a hyaluronic acid like a Peter Thomas Roth cloud cream, but it was pretty hydrating and it didn't smell overwhelmingly like roses. So I did enjoy this. Probably won't repurchase though because it's not anything special. So I received the Native deodorant, the Lavender Rose scent, in the Target beauty box, and this is a cute little travel size, and I thought that it would be great to use for my trips that were upcoming. And they advertise on podcasts that I listen to all the time about being all natural. They're vegan, they're not tested on animals, all really great things. And I used it a couple days in a row, and I noticed that I got a rash under my arms. I ended up having to go and get a topical cream to put on it, and it did not go away for about a week. So I looked at the ingredients and I was trying to figure out what I had a reaction to. You know, it's got coconut oil, it's got shea butter, it's got lavender, but it has a tapioca starch, which is different. I had never done tapioca topically before, but it also has probiotics, which I have never taken topically before. Probiotics are the stuff that you find in like yogurts, and they're active cultures, and that's really great for your GI system, you know, and that's why Activia and some of those yogurts, you know, we'll talk about having live active cultures, but I've never used them topically before. Like this has lactobacillus. Yeah, so I think that I had a reaction to the topical probiotics. I don't know. I feel like having a probiotic in a deodorant is kind of weird. And I know that these are really popular with the all natural crowd, but yeah, it ended up taking so much time and effort to get rid of this rash that I definitely recommend doing a skin test, maybe somewhere else, like lower down on your arm or something, and not putting it under your arms and seeing if you react to it, because it was super inconvenient. Next, I have the Thirsty Hands Super Hydrating Hand Mask from Nails Inc. I also have a video about the Nails Inc. brand that I will link down below. I was not impressed with this at all. I did not find it to be very hydrating. Yeah, it smelled nice. It felt good while it was on. It's the gloves that you put on, and you have to, you know, you can't do anything with your hands while you're wearing them. You can't like play on your phone or anything. Yeah, and my hands didn't feel any more hydrated or better at the end, so I definitely do not recommend this one. Alright, next in the bucket we have the Sephora Green Tea Sleeping Mask. If y'all saw my other empties video, you know that I love these. I have another one in here. Green tea is not my favorite. I think that Sephora. I think Sephora has discontinued these, which makes me really sad. They were $4 a piece, which was a really good deal, even regular price, because I could get like 3 or 4 uses out of them. They did have them marked down to 50% off, down to $2. I've not been in the store. I need to go and check. They don't have them online anymore, but somebody that works at Sephora did tell me she thought they still have them in the store. So I do love these, and hopefully they still have them in the store because I use them a lot. So my other one, since it's right here, is the Avocado Sleeping Mask from Sephora. This is my favorite. The Avocado mask is a nourishing and repairing mask. It is my absolute favorite since I do tend toward dry skin, and I do really see a difference when I use this overnight. And just like with the green tea, it is this little round pod. I usually get 3 or 4 uses out of it. So we do have the LORAC Light Source 3-in-1 Illuminating Primer. I just threw it on the floor. I don't know that, honestly, I could say that any one primer is better than the other overall. There are a couple of primers that are great for specific things. Like I love the Dr. Brandt Pore No More primer, and I have repurchased that from the small travel size one that I had. But overall, like I feel like just most illuminating primers, yeah, they just kind of are all the same. So that was nothing special to me. It wasn't bad, but like there was nothing about it that I would say is any better than anything else. Speaking of primers, I was really excited to try this guy out. This was a sample of 4 primers that came in little pods. I think it's hard to beat the original Photo Finish Smashbox primer. There are a couple of things that Smashbox does really, really well, and primer is one of them. I liked the Golden Hour. I thought that it was very similar to the Becca backlight priming filter primer. The 8-hour oil and shine control, minimizing pores. I don't really need shine control, but you know, it was fine. Nothing, I didn't feel like the lightweight smooth and blur primer did anything different than the original smooth and blur, if I could talk, the original smooth and blur primer. I don't find it to be super heavy. Like, it is kind of a thick gel, but like when you spread it out over your face, like a little bit goes a long way, and it doesn't feel super heavy to me. So I didn't find a huge difference between the lightweight blurring primer and the original blurring primer. But yeah, this was a fun sample to get. I do love Smashbox primer quite a bit. Next we have the Burt's Bees Moisturizing Lip Mask with almond seed oil. This was crap. I love almond oil. It didn't really taste almondy. It actually just tasted kind of like nothing, I guess. It was just a single use sheet mask for your lips. You just put it on. My lips did not feel any different after using it. So I'm kind of offended by lower priced products that don't work, because like if you only have $3 to spend, you know, then you need that $3. You maybe could use that for something else. So the people that don't have as much of a makeup budget need items that work just as well as the higher priced items. Otherwise it's just like a scam and a ripoff. So I was very disappointed in Burt's Bees, which is a brand that I generally like, but that was a waste. The Yes To Grapefruit Brightening Mask, Vitamin C Peel Off Mask. This guy I felt was okay. It was really difficult to get it on evenly, even with the little, I have the little Yes To tool that's supposed to help you put the masks on. So it didn't peel off evenly because I couldn't get it on evenly, but I did feel like my skin felt a little bit brighter after I wore it, and my skin felt good and it smelled amazing. So, right, we're getting down kind of to the end of this bucket. Like I said, it was really full. So we have the Clinique Pep Start Hydro Rush Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 20. Can't say much about this. It was a moisturizer. It was fine. There was nothing that stood out about it, good or bad. I do like an SPF. I prefer an SPF 30. I used up, this is one of my full-size products. This is the Pharmacy Do It All. It is the Total Eye Cream with Echinacea Green Envy, trademarked. This came in FabFitFun, and I was very excited. If I can get it to focus, I was very excited to receive it. I used it up as much as I could get out of there. Like, you can see this, I didn't even rinse it out, but it looks like I did, because there's just like not anything. Like, I was in there like, ugh. I primarily used this during the day, and used my old standby at night, the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye. So I think this was great for hydrating and for day use. I have not repurchased it, but I definitely will at some point if I ever run out of sample eye creams, which seems like it's never gonna happen. Like, y'all wouldn't believe my stash. Next up, we have the Olay Regenerous Whip. This was nice for a drugstore priced brand. Olay, I think, does a great job. The whip, I want to say this smelled good. Yes, it did. It's got kind of a fruity fragrance to it, like peach pear maybe. So I did like, you know, I'm very picky about my scents. I don't like heavily scented skincare, but like, you also don't want your skincare to smell like old Play-Doh. You know, it's like a fine line. Like, you need a little bit of a scent, but you don't want like grandma floral. So I like this. I think I picked this up at TJ Maxx. Who I'm mad at. I don't shop at TJ Maxx anymore. I did a story time video about that, but I felt like it was really negative. So if y'all are interested in it, let me know and I can post it. Leave a comment if you want to see my story time about why I don't shop at TJ Maxx anymore. Another makeup item, we have the L'Oreal Smoky Eye Pen. This, I guess, was supposed to be kind of like a liner slash eyeshadow pencil. and it is so thick that I just couldn't use this for a liner. Like, it's just not, yeah, and it didn't like to stay put. It moved around quite a bit. I love L'Oreal's skincare products, but this pen is like, I think I've used it twice, and now I'm getting rid of it so that I don't accidentally pick it up and use it again, because I accidentally ruined an eye look trying to use this. The Estee Lauder Idealist Pore Minimizing Skin Refinisher. This is a serum. I did not see any difference in my pores. So I mean, this was a fine like serum. I don't know. Have you tried a serum that does anything? I know people swear by them, but I swear to God, I've never used a serum that I could tell any difference of not using a serum, honestly. So won't repurchase this. Got the Lancome Hydrazin Gel Cream Hydratant Anti-Stress Gel Cream. This was nice. I like a gel feeling on my face. It was a very small sample. Some of these look weird because I do cut the top off of stuff and then stick my finger in there to get what is in there, because if you don't know this life hack, it is amazing. You can be squeezing and squeezing and nothing comes out, but when you cut the top off, you'll see a bunch of stuff down in there. So if you don't cut the top off of stuff, definitely do that. You can see that I do that with my larger ones too. So this is my regular daily moisturizer that I always go back to. It is my favorite. It is the Body Shop Glow Protect Lotion Broad Spectrum Sunscreen SPF Vitamin C Camu Amazonian Rainforest for tired, dull, grumpy skin. I don't know that my skin is grumpy, but I like a brightening, I like a dewy, bright finish. I love it has an SPF 30. It doesn't have like a huge smell to it, so it's not like overpoweringly citrus, but this is my everyday, I always come back to it, moisturizer, even though they call it a lotion now, but it is a moisturizer for your face. My battery's getting ready to die on me, so see if I can hurry up and get through this. I had a little sample of the Genest alguronic acid. Good Lord, it sounds like I'm having a fit. Alguronic. Plus collagen, sleeping collagen. I didn't notice where this was from. If I had realized this was collagen, I probably wouldn't have used it. Most collagen does come from animal sources. Didn't notice anything special about this. Kind of like a serum. I did use up the Tarte Mascara, and this is a full-sized. Love this mascara. Tarte Maneater and Tarte are two of my favorite mascaras. Highly, highly recommend these. Used up the Lancome BiFacil Double Action Eye Makeup Remover. This is lovely. It works so well for like waterproof mascara. You put a little bit on your cotton round, you go like this, all of the makeup is gone. The waterproof mascara is gone. It's just like bloop, gone. Stuff is so expensive. I have contemplated repurchasing. I'm using micellar water now. I may repurchase during the Sephora Rouge sale. Haven't decided yet, but this is great if you want to pay the Lancome price, which I do not, clearly. I had the Olay Henriksen Troost Serum Collagen Boosted. Ooh, there's collagen in this too. I'm going to do more research. True C Complex. Brightens, age-defying, all-day hydration. This was a day serum that I used at night because I don't use serum in the mornings. Like I said before, serums, I've never used one that I feel like made much of a difference at all. Oh, way down in here is something really important. So real quick, Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream Facial Moisturizer. I did not like the way this smelled. I felt like it smelled like old Play-Doh. Like I said before, you have to be careful when you don't fragrance something. Yeah, this is the first Drunk Elephant I have tried, and honestly, I guess I need to try another item before I decide on the brand, but I found this to be very overrated. I was not a fan. the Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For No Filter Mattifying Primer and Complexion Corrector. This guy was pretty good. I would say on par with the Dr. Brandt. I would repurchase, but I just purchased a big Dr. Brandt that'll probably last me 6 months. If you saw my haul video, you saw that I used up this Colourpop Brow Boss in Auburn. And this was the guy, oops, you can see right there. This is the guy that fell apart. This was a known issue with these, but I believe they have fixed it. I did repurchase it because I love the color. Had the Nia 114 Technologies TL Advanced Tightening Neck Cream by Strivectin. This did absolutely nothing. So those are my empties for more like 5.5 months instead of the last 3 months like it should have been. But for the second quarter, those were my empties. So as you can see, I am trying really hard to shop my stash and also stop hoarding some of the old makeup that I definitely shouldn't be using anymore anyway. It is important to not use things past their expiration date, especially when you're putting it all over your face. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And now that I have my new computer, hopefully I'm gonna get back to posting a makeup video every Monday and a video of some kind of style or other interest on Thursday or Friday later on in the week. So thank you so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, definitely subscribe and hit the bell so you know when my posts are up. I do still have a giveaway going on through the end of August. I think there's 10 more days left. Yeah, it is August the 22nd, I want to say. So definitely make sure to enter that giveaway if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you next time.